welcome. There we go. I think we're set up. I always have to figure out how we set up these lives. Let's see. All messages visible. Perfect. So, hope everyone's having a good day. I'm actually getting ready to shoot a video talking about the best fragrances for each season. So I was over on TikTok doing a live, and one of the followers suggested that video, and I'm like, you know, that could be a fun video. I like that idea. So I have them all out here below, getting ready to shoot that video, and I thought I'd just pop on a live here, see how everyone's doing, answer any questions. If anyone's here, my plan going into the new year now is that I want to try and add a YouTube live every day. So I go live on TikTok constantly. I'm constantly over there doing lives, sometimes 3 times a day. Have a lot of fun, but the community over there is just so encouraging. It's just so much fun. I really enjoy it. And I would like to try and build that up over here on YouTube. YouTube's a great platform. I like the way they do things. You know, I'd love to talk about, hey, here's a fun indie fragrance that most people haven't heard of called Harmony is the name of the line. This is Spartacus. It's a beautiful vanilla fragrance. I really love the DNA of it. It's unique, good smelling, appealing to smell. Oh, I love it. So I'd like to do that, you know. I have a collection. Love to answer anyone's questions, try and build up just this community, because let's be real, as a guy, it can be a little scary sometimes going into a fragrance place trying to buy a new fragrance. You know, I feel like we don't really know a lot about that world. So the goal would be to just try to encourage that and build it up on YouTube. So hopefully I can start doing, you know, every day that I go live on TikTok, go live here too. You know, I have this company here, they sent me these fragrance oils. This is a Baccarat Rouge 540 oil. It lasts about 4 hours, but only costs 13 bucks. You know, things like that a lot of people haven't even heard of this company, because it's a brand new company out of Los Angeles. Here's the other one they gave me. It is a Gucci Guilty. The cool thing about Gucci Guilty, it only lasts about 3 hours on my skin. This lasts 4 hours on my skin, and it only costs 13 bucks. So again, something like that would be fun to talk about. So just hope I can answer questions, because I think there's a lot of questions like, hey, what's a good fragrance? You know, I think everyone should start off with Dylan Blue. I think Dylan Blue is a killer fragrance, long lasting, works all year, all settings, all situations. Highly recommend Dylan Blue. In fact, TikTok allowed me to shoot a video series where I talked about how to start a fragrance collection, what to buy it, where to spray your fragrances, how to spray your fragrances. And this is the one I always start with. I think everyone should have Dylan Blue, or something at least like Dylan Blue. It's a beautiful blue fragrance, has a nice little bit of citrus in the opening with a beautiful Italian flair. It's a playful fragrance. I really enjoy this fragrance. So that is one of my spring fragrances. So for those of you that missed it, I'm putting together a list right here. I have, like, this is my favorite spring fragrance. It is Wood Neroli from Bulgari. This is a beautiful fragrance, and I don't even like neroli as a scent. I don't think it smells good. I'm not a fan of it, but the way it works in this fragrance, this is probably my go-to spring fragrance. I absolutely love this fragrance. So one of the followers over on TikTok asked me to put together a list. They said, can you put together a list for fragrances that work in every season? So I have all these fragrances right here. So that's spring. They wanted 3. So here's the other one I like. This is called Lynn Somas. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's from Lalique. This smells like the best mojito. Every spring I wear this fragrance. Oh, it's so good. It is just a beautiful scent. Now, I say mojito. It doesn't smell like, bro, you got a drinking problem. But it just has a beautiful DNA to it. And then they wanted one expensive one, so I went with this niche one here. This is Italian Citrus by Dias and Durga. This fragrance could be worn in the summer. I actually wore it heavily last summer. It, to me, smells like an Italian meadow. Like, picture running through an Italian meadow. Heck, even think about Gladiator at the end when he's walking through that meadow with all the wreath up around him. That's what this reminds me of. It is a beautiful fragrance. I absolutely love it. And then for summer, this is, I think, the best summer fragrance out there. You can get it nowadays for about $40 online. And by the way, if you're interested in this, buy it now. The closer we get to the spring in the northern hemisphere, the more these summer fragrances are going to go up in price. So now's the perfect time if you want to get this. This smells like Versace Pour Homme mixed with Chanel Allure Homme Sport. It is a beautiful fragrance, works well, lasts a decent amount of time. I get about 8 hours performance with this, which is great. Versace only lasts me about 6 hours. So you get better performance, and it is a cheaper fragrance. I love it. The other one I went for in the summer is one of my main go-tos, Dylan Blue. Love this fragrance. And then the expensive one that I like, I don't have a full bottle. I actually have a tester of it, so I pulled this one out because I have this full bottle. I think Elysium, the EDP, not this one, this is the Intense. I think Elysium is the best summer niche fragrance. I just think it is a beautiful fragrance, good DNA. The way they made this fragrance works perfect in high heat situations. So highly recommend Elysium in the summer. Now, for the fall, that was the hardest one of them all. I have so many fall fragrances. The cheap one I went with is this. It's exclusive to Back by Maison Alhambra. This is a Carolina Herrera Mystery Tobacco clone. It is a beautiful vanilla tobacco amber warm fragrance. Just picture it like sitting in front of a fire. Oh my gosh, with all those spices coming around, it is just a beautiful fragrance. I absolutely love this fragrance. I then picked for the more expensive one. I love this. Starting With You Leather, I think is the best Starting With You out there. A, it's the best bottle, let's be real. But B, the way this works, it's like that beautiful toffee, that beautiful caramel mixed with just a little bit of leather. So I describe it like you're wearing a leather jacket, you're outside. I don't know if anyone watched Harry Potter, but there's a scene in one of them where there's these kids getting these chestnuts being roasted by a dragon outside. I picture that type of setting, like an outdoor market, an outdoor orchard, and you have those toffees, those caramels, those warm scents along with leather. So the leather is more supporting, it's not like a heavy leather fragrance. I like this fragrance a lot. Now, the hard part was my expensive one. So, I picked Layton. I'm not the biggest Layton fan anymore. I used to love this fragrance, but this current bottle I got doesn't seem to last the longest like it used to. I don't know if it's a reformulation issue. I don't know if it's just my skin changing, my nose changing. I don't know. So I have this for now, but the one I want to go with is this. This is from Harmony. It's called Spartacus. This is a beautiful vanilla fragrance. I absolutely love this fragrance so much. It performs well, lasts a long time. It's an straight to parfum. It's got great longevity and sillage. I mean, it just blasts. So I think this is the one I might pick for the expensive niche one. Now, Christmas was difficult. Again, I have more cold weather fragrances than warm weather fragrances. So I went with the newcomer. This is the coffee one. This lasts on my skin about 18 hours. It is a long-lasting fragrance. I absolutely cannot get enough of it. If anyone's been to Trader Joe's, they have these little oval hard candies, and they're from Brazil. It's like a coffee caramel hard candy. That's kind of what this smells like. It is beautiful. It has nice warm spices like the original Camera, but with the added coffee and caramel, this is good. Highly recommend it. Again, I got about 18 hours the first time I wore it on my skin. I wore it all day, went to bed, woke up, and it was still on my skin. I was shocked at this performance. So this is my cheap one for the winter. My favorite go-to in the winter is this. I think when it's cold out, ombre leather just blasts away the cold. It is a perfect outdoor. Now, I'm not talking about indoor, I'm talking about outdoors. This is a great fragrance for the cold, cold, cold. So if you are out in Green Bay, if you're in Chicago, Detroit, somewhere where it gets so cold, especially right now, I would be wearing ombre leather outdoors. I think it works perfectly. Now, here's the hard part. My niche one, every year for Christmas, I wear Angel Share. I think Angel Share is my go-to winter fragrance, especially in the Christmas time or the holiday season. I think this is the best apple crumble pie fragrance you have ever smelled with beautiful cognac added to it. However, I got a new one this year. When I hit 10,000 followers over on TikTok, I bought myself a gift. This is my favorite Xerjoff. It is called Symphonium. This is a beautiful chocolate fragrance. Has nice sweetness from the orange. Now, you don't get the orange DNA, so it doesn't smell like orange, actual like citrus. It's more that sweetness that comes from the orange. Mixed with the warm chocolate, this has some of the best performance I've ever had for any fragrance. It lasts a long time. It is a beautiful fragrance. I absolutely cannot get enough of it. I will say getting the lid off sucks for me, but hey, that's just me. I love it. I actually think this is one of the most perfect fragrances out there. So I think I have to go with this, even though Angel Share is my go-to. And then the final issue I have with this whole video I'm about to shoot, this is my favorite fragrance. It's not even in the list. I love this fragrance. So I'm trying to figure out how I can add this to the list. This is if I'm in a bad mood, I put this on. If I want to feel good, I put this on. If I want to have a meeting and I need to be the best smelling person in the room and I want to really smell classy but still sporty, I put this on. In fact, of all the bottles, this is the one that's almost running out. Like, it's down to about here, just right about the junk area. It is pretty darn close to being empty. I love this fragrance so much. I need to get a new one. I think what I might do, so I bought this one. This is the, what is it, the 2 point, what is the milliliters? It's not the 100 mil. It is the, where does it say? It doesn't say on the bottom. Why does it not say on the bottom? That is so weird. I've never seen a fragrance that doesn't say on the bottom how big it is. Oh well, this is like the 2.7 ounce, if I remember correctly. I bought this because I travel a lot, and I wanted something I could take through duty free, take through TSA, take through anywhere and not get flagged. The big boy over there, the original Lamal and Elixir, they're too large. They're 125 mils, if I remember correctly. So I can't take that through TSA. So I got this. But then I discovered those travel atomizers where you kind of put it on, you pop the top and you just fill it up and take it with you. So now I want to get the big boy, the like 6.5 ounce one, because I can't have a life without this fragrance. This is my favorite fragrance, my most complimented fragrance. I got 7 compliments on one trip. 3 were in TSA, and then actually next week I flew again, and they remember me because of my scent. They're like, "Oh, you're the dude that smells good," and I was wearing the fragrance again. I'm like, "Oh yeah, you still smell so good." So this is my most complimented fragrance, and it's my favorite. It's just perfect. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. I love the vanilla. I love the classiness. I love how they took the original Lamal and modernized it, enhanced it, and made it just smell better. So this one's not on the list. Spicy Leather right there by Salvatore Ferragamo. That's one of my favorite fragrances too. It's the most perfect spice, sweetness, and leather ever made that I have smelled, at least. I cannot get enough of that. It also was a fragrance that was not released in America until recently. So I got it at Bloomingdale's, that one, and then I think it's right there on this shelf at the back is a backup bottle. I bought a backup just in case. I actually went to Salvatore Ferragamo's store in New York City, and I thought, you know what? If I can never get this fragrance again, I should at least have a second one just in case. So I bought 2 of them, and they're not on the list. So there's so many fragrances I love that are not going to be on this fragrance list. Heck, for summer, I got Hawas. I'm going to wear it today to test it out. I don't know what the projection is, so that's why it's not on the list, but we'll see. So anyhow, again, my plan going forward this year is to do more lives, try and just chat with you, try and build up a community over here, because I love answering questions, because I feel like there's so many questions out there that people have that they want answered, and my thought is like, look, let's just chat. So opinion of Afnan 9 p.m. versus Ram Silver. So the way I put it, Ram Silver is like the top. It's like a juicy pear. Then you have Ultramalt in the middle, and then Ram Silver at the bottom. It's like a spicy cinnamon. So depending on what range you want more spicy cinnamon, go 9 p.m. You want more of a juicy pear, go Ram Silver. And personally, I think I prefer Ram Silver, if I'm honest. What's up? What's up? What fragrance in the summer? My favorite, again, it's this one. It's Missoni Wave. I think Missoni Wave is the most perfect fragrance out there. I cannot get enough of this fragrance. It's just beautiful. It's Versace Pour Homme mixed with Chanel Allure Homme Sport. Beautiful fragrance, good projection, good sillage, good longevity. I don't know if you can see, I used about, what are we looking at, like a third of the bottle last summer. I'll do the same thing this summer. I went between this fragrance and Dylan Blue. Now this one here, I don't know if you can see, it's about half empty. These 2 are my go-to in the summer. They just last a long time, project well, have good longevity, good sillage, good performing, and heavy compliments. I get tons of compliments with them. So I'm a big fan of both fragrances. Love them. So that would be my recommendation for the summer. And again, if you need like a niche, I would go like Elysium if it was me. So anyhow, it was great chatting with you guys. I plan on doing more of these in the future. Can't wait to keep this going. So again, follow the channel. I'm going to shoot this video now and get it out and then shoot some other videos. So I'll talk to you soon. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you're safe out there. Again, it is cold. It took me 3 days to fly home from Milwaukee this last trip. It was crazy. So glad to be back here at home. Again, here's my collection. Cannot wait to talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Stay safe.